Okay, Poem Blender. I've been thinking about this for years and years and years, and finally got around to developing it. So what does it do? Well, you decide on the poem type that you want, give it a title, give it a theme. This one is going to be on the theme of AI. There we go. And expected students, say how many students you want, the maximum 30. I wonder if we could do it with like 1,000 students and work out the maths on that. Let's just say 5. Whether you want to have one URL for everybody to go into or a unique code per student. For simplicity, I'll just use one URL. How you want it to be spelt, I'll use UK English as I'm in the UK, and then start session. So now this is what you'll see on the teacher panel. This is the link that you give people to do their poem. And then you can see how many poems you get, how many you expect. And this also then works out how many possible poems, given that you've got 5 with 3 lines each. Okay, now you can change that if you want, but I'll just leave it as it is. And then your students start writing. So let's give it a go. So here's what they'd see. Today's theme, AI. Your first name, I'm going to call myself Bob. All right, a haiku about AI. Okay, I'm going to get AI to help me on this. How very uncreative. Okay, here's my first haiku written by AI. I think it's pretty rubbish, actually. Submit the poem. Okay, that's gone in. If I go back to the dashboard, there it is, submitted poems. Now, if you want, you can edit it or you can delete it. Or you can make it invisible. Okay, we'll leave that one there at the moment. So let's do another poem so we can see how this works. All right, Jane's going to submit the poem. There we go. There we've done. Go back to the teacher dashboard. And here we've got the 2 poems so far. I'll just leave it at that. So 8 possible poems. Open gallery. Here we go. Here's the first poem. Bob, Jane and Bob. Silent circuits hum, thoughts emerge from lines of code. Dreams in coded light. Fantastic. If you want to save it to favorites, you can. You can also print it out. And then if you just click blend it again, it'll give you another combination. Bob, Jane, Jane. I think you get the idea. Lots of questions you can ask about this, both on the creative side with the English, with the themes. There are ideas about what to do. If we go down to the home page, we can see that there's teacher FAQs here. And on the student side, they've also got some tips as well to try and make sure the poems go well. I'd love some feedback on those. And have some fun. Maths and English.